What's going on, everyone? It's time for another film review. Today we're actually going to close out the Milo Djokovic Resident Evil franchise. Today we're going to talk about Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. Initially released by Screen Gems December 23rd, 2016. It was produced by Jeremy Bolt, Robert Kultzer, and Samuel Halda. And it was produced, written, and directed by Paul W. Anderson, who did Resident Evil Apocalypse, Resident Evil Extinction, Resident Evil Afterlife, Resident Evil Retribution, Monster Hunter, Event Horizon, Death Race, 2008 remake, Mortal Kombat, and everything like that. They had a box office. This had a box office earnings of over $312.2 million. Now, if you're not familiar with the Resident Evil franchise, with at least how I've been perceiving them and like analyzing them, I thought the first three were pretty good, cohesive trilogy with some like interesting aspects. By no means are they great movies or anything, but they're at least like watchable, doable zombie monster movies. And then once we got into like Afterlife, it was just like mutant and like clones and stuff like that, which got really boring and dull. And then they amped up the violence, but with no story and retribution. So it was really, I was on like it was on an downward spiral. So didn't have any big hopes for this one. So, but it kind of follows sort of like similar to Extinction. Yeah, Alice is on a motorcycle. At least one of the clones of Alice is driving a motorcycle through the barren wasteland of Earth, and yeah, it's being chased by one of those bat monster creatures and stuff. Which was first off, was it actually looked pretty good, and I was like, wow, that's actually pretty neat. They brought in a new monster because the last one they didn't. They just made a new version of like a liquor, and which wasn't the greatest, but yeah. But then she meets a new road crew type people trying to fend off a fortress, which sort of like in Retribution or Afterlife. Don't mind the dog behind me, but yeah, where they have to fend off a fortress, and because there's hordes of zombies and the Umbrella Corporation heads are coming. Where this is where it got a little more interesting, where they had humans as bait chained behind the vehicle, making them walk behind them, luring the zombies to them, and then trying to use that to their advantage, which I thought was pretty interesting. The final showdown scene between them was an interesting concept, and they did have some cool stuff, like a really elaborate like rigging systems to blow the place up and take them out slowly. And definitely, they must have had a lot of time on their hands to plan that out. Yeah, and then they go off and do their own thing after. It didn't really feel like a final chapter, though. It felt like more just like another part of a franchise, and it's not like a good conclusive ending or anything like that. I like the look of the monsters, and it did have more of a comic book feel to it. But boy, it's the first like hour dialogue heavy. Holy, there was a lot of bickering back and forth for no reason whatsoever, just to pad the runtime. And yeah, you only get like the zombies and that one weird creature that comes back and stuff near the end. But overall, I thought it was an okay movie. It's definitely better than the last two, but I think it's probably on the same tier as Extinction. So overall, I thought it was okay. It's still not the best. I still think Resident Evil Apocalypse, and Resident Evil Extinction are the better ones. But yeah, but still, I think it's better than Afterlife and Retribution. So yeah, if I was gonna put these in like my favorite to least favorite, I'd probably do Apocalypse, Resident Evil 1, like Resident Evil, and then Extinction as second, and then the final chapter as third, and then Retribution, and then it'll be Afterlife at the bottom. I hated that one. So yeah, but overall, at least the franchise is done for now, because they came out with another one called Welcome to Raccoon City, and they have an animated 4-film franchise, which I originally thought was only 3, but apparently there's 4. So yeah, we got more to do. Yay! Anyways, yeah, but that's what I thought of Resident Evil. I thought the acting was also a little wooden in this. The special effects looked okay, and but overall, it's just slow, way slower than I was expecting. So yeah, I'm gonna give Resident Evil the final chapter a 2.5 out of 5. If you want to check it out and see what I'm talking about, relive it. I'll link the trailer down below, and yeah, I think you can also find this on Netflix if you want to check it out. So, but yeah, that's what I thought of Resident Evil Final Chapter. But also make sure you, while you're down below looking at the trailer and stuff, make sure you check my Instagram. That's where I was post clips of films and review. In the future, all my stories, you have the film title, hashtag, and subgenre film, and the hashtag so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox is down below, JP reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below, reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms, stay in loop with this channel, like this video, share it to more people aware of it, comment your opinions of the film down below, and let me know what your favorite Resident Evil movie is. Also, if you want to do the animated films or the new live action film anytime soon, comment that down below. And also, if you have any films or film franchise in any genre and on any streaming service that you want me to do in the future, hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. But yeah, but also make sure you ring that bell because we are going to be starting the animated ones next, which is Resident Evil Degeneration. So yeah, that'll be the next one. So make sure you ring that bell. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Hope find something weird, obscure, and all that you probably never thought checking out together. And also, so your man pins on popular films have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things. Yep, and that's it for this one. Yeah, watch out for all those greedy corporations turning us all into mutant zombies, which is literally happening day by day. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.